What's up, everyone? I hope everyone's having a fantastic day. Today's episode, we are going to be working on the blue 4Runner, and I'm going to be taking off the body lift. If you guys haven't seen the previous video I made about this thing, I explained why I'm taking it off, but I'm going to be talking a little bit about it right now. So this thing has a 3-inch body lift. I am not a fan of it. It looks it's pretty tall, and it looks weird, you know. Right now I have the 31s, so it looks even more weird. But with the 33s, it was still high. There was a lot of space between the wheel wells and stuff, so I'm gonna be taking that off. I'm not a fan of body lift. Suspension lift, it's okay, but for me, body lift, I don't know. I mean, some of you guys like it, that's fine, but it's my personal preference. I don't like it. Yeah, there's so much going on right now. Let me show you guys one of the things I just don't like about it. There is so much gap between the bumper and the body, you can say. That's about 3-inch lift, so it looks weird. Even with the 33s, it just looks so weird. I don't like it. I'm not gonna be doing any crazy like mudding or like crazy off-roading. There's no need for me to have this much of body lift, really. So I think the most I would have done was probably 1 inch, but honestly I don't know what's going on. So from what I saw, the lift kit, it looks like the old mounts are still there. I tried to buy new ones. There's nothing for the 2nd gen. I checked online. They only have for the pickup trucks and the 3rd gen. I don't know the 3rd gen will fit the 2nd gen. I don't know if anyone has done it before. Let me know if you've done 3rd gen body mounts on the 2nd gen. Let me know, because I do want to replace them. But for now, I'm just gonna bring it down, remove the body lift. The mounts, they look okay. They don't look too bad. I will know more when I take the lift kit. And I have no idea what I'm doing. This is my first time me doing this, so yeah, there's few things that I gotta do. I checked online, and there's few things I gotta do. I gotta remove the bumpers. I gotta remove the selector rod for the transmission, the transfer case selecting rod, disconnect the fuel neck. That's about it, I think. I'll you know, whatever comes in front, I'll just remove it. But I do have a plan how I'm gonna tackle this. The way I'm gonna be doing this is, I have my jack here, right? So I'm gonna be tackling one side first. I have like a big piece of wood, you guys can see. I'm gonna put it on this side, and I'm gonna start on this side. And on the other side, I'm not gonna take it off, because I don't want my body to move on me while I'm taking this side, because if the body moves, apparently it's kind of hard to put it back. So I'm just gonna loosen it the other side, so there's a little bit of play. I don't know why I put rust proof yesterday. I'm gonna get dirty, but not a problem. That's not an issue. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing this side first, lifting in it. I might put a piece of wood somewhere down here just to hold it. I don't know yet. I just don't know if like these bolts are gonna work when I bring it down. I don't know. I have no idea what's gonna be happening. So there is one in front. There is another one here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mounts in each side that I gotta take off. So the other ones are underneath here. The last one. So let's see how is this gonna work. All right, guys. So I got the truck ready. I took out all the things that I need to take out. It took me a long time. Right now, I'm actually gonna be taking off this side of the bolts, but I want to show you what you gotta do to lift your car, to lift the body, or to bring it down. First thing I did was disconnect. Oh, I almost fell. I didn't disconnect it, but I kind of loosened it up where the where the gas goes through, these hoses here, I didn't take them off because when it goes down, the idea is that it's gonna go down with the body, hopefully. So I loosen this one here and the one up here, so hopefully it goes down with the body. If not, then I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'll figure it out. The second thing I did, I disconnect the steering collet, I believe you call it, and I took off this spacer off. Okay, so if you're gonna lift your car, I think past 2 inches, 3 inches, you're gonna need this kind of spacer here. I took it off because I don't need it, and you can see this is gonna be connected here. So this spacer was like this on this side of the steering column thing here. So you do need spacer when you lift in almost any truck, I believe. I don't know if you need it for like 1.5 or 2 inch, I'm not sure, but 3 inch definitely I think you do need a spacer. So that's one thing I did. I can show you guys what I disconnect underneath, but it's just so wet underneath. I don't want to wet myself, I don't want to get sick. But you got to disconnect the rod from the 4x4 and the transmission gear rod. You got to remove those two. You will know when you're down there, so you got to disconnect those two. Do not forget to disconnect because you can probably bend the select rods there. You got to take off the front bumper. You probably, it's easier if you take out the front bumper, and you got to take out the rear bumper. Well, I have to because you know the bumper's gonna touch, so it's just easier. You don't want anything to be on your way when you're doing this, so take off front bumper and rear bumper. It's just so much easier, right, from what I've seen. Now we are going to be taking this side of the bolts to bring the driver's side down. So I hopefully it's easy. See, I'm doing this method here. That's like a big piece of wood and a jack, so I'm gonna be tackling this side here first. So I hope it goes as we planned. If not, then I don't know, but it should be all right. This is the 3-inch lift kit that I'm talking about. The bushings are there. They don't look the greatest, but I cannot find anything for the 2nd gen. I might switch them out if I can fit the 3rd gen on this, but for now I'm gonna be taking this off, and I just don't know how easy this is gonna be. Oh man. All right, good morning everyone. Today is the 2nd day on taking this freaking body lift. It's been a nightmare because I messed up. It's not really because, you know, it's the car's fault, but it's my fault because, you know what, let me just show you and explain what has been happening to me. I went inside my house like late, and it was probably close to 12 o'clock, and I was out here trying to fix this problem, and I'm almost there. Let me explain what happened. As you can see, I got the spacers out. All of them are pretty much out. It was pretty easy to take them off. There's a couple of them you gotta like hit it with a hammer. Not a big deal. But the part that I messed up was when I did this side first, the driver's side. Okay, I jacked up the car, I took it out. Okay, but what I didn't do is when I took out one spacer, I should have put a bolt in. Okay, but I didn't. Why, I don't know. I was super tired and my head was just not thinking. So I took all the spacers out without any bolt in. So I went in the other side, did the same thing, and I didn't put a bolt in. So when I brought this side down, the cab went down. Okay, I had some issues in the front, it wasn't going down, but I figured what it is. It was this metal cover underneath that was touching the radiator, so I took it off and it went down. It's still a little bit touching, but that's not a big issue. But when I brought the cab down, the body cab moved. So I was like, yes, I'm almost done. I'm gonna go put the bolts in. But when I opened the door and I checked this side and all this side, there was no holes. So I was like, no way this cab hasn't moved. Like, it can't. No. Like, it's impossible. And yeah, the cab did move, not by much. You can still see a little bit of the hole. And I was like, this is gonna be a nightmare. And it's been a nightmare. But I got one side in, the driver's side. I have to literally just shake the truck around, move the cab around, just, yeah, by myself. And this cab is heavy, especially the rear area. It's heavy. So if you install in cab lift kit, make sure when you're gonna put a mount on, like a lift kit, make sure when you take one out, you put it in, you put back in the bolt. Do not leave it off, because, you know, and I did read this online, you're supposed to do that, but in my head, I don't know what happened. I messed up, but that's okay. Next time. I hope there's no next time. So if you're doing this, you take out a spacer, put your bolt in. If you're gonna put a spacer in, put it in, put your bolt in. Okay, do the next one, repeat it. Okay, because it's a nightmare. It's this cab is super heavy, and trying to get it back in the holes, it's just, it sucks, man. So it's my day 2, and I was trying to finish it yesterday, but I was so tired. Like, I don't know what I was doing anymore. I was frustrated. So you know what, today is the second day, and I'm more relaxed, and I just thought about a couple ideas how I'm gonna do the other side, the passenger side. I have left to put it right in the holes. The driver's side is done. So yeah, another issue that I ran into is, so this blue 4Runner had 3-inch body lift, right? Now, as you can see, they're pretty long, right? So now the bolts are super long, and I don't have the OEM one. So I was like, I knew I was gonna run into this issue when I start doing this. So now what I'm gonna be doing is reverse this. I'm gonna reverse it. Instead of this going on the cab, it's gonna go underneath where the bolt mounts into the other mount on the bottom. I'll show you guys later on. Honestly, this is the only way I can do this right now. I'm still looking for bolts, cab bolts, and new bushings for the cab, but I cannot find anything. Am I gonna have to order the 3rd gen mounts? Maybe they'll fit. I'll take that chance and see. I don't see why it's different. You know, I think it's probably the same, but I don't know yet. But yeah, these bolts are super long, and I already tried one on. I think it's gonna work. So we'll see what happens. I might have to shave a little bit. Who knows? But that's a last problem. This is not an issue for me right now. The issue right now, it's the other side, which just sucks. As you can see here, no more big space here. See, this mount went in. It's not straight, but it's in. I just have to straighten out this side here. This side, it's been a nightmare for me. But as soon as the other bolts went on that side, I just put it in, because I'm gonna be shaking the cab a lot, and I don't want to be, like, you know, chasing holes. All right, so this side, the passenger side, is now in. This is the side that I was having issues. You can see the bolts are down there. What I did is I lifted back on this side, and for some reason the bolts went in, no problem. Now, like, the cab, it's a center. It's not 100% center, but it's good. You know, the bolts are straight. There's a lot of play on the bolts, so there's no stress on the bolts. So that's pretty much it. You know, it was a lesson to learn. You know, next time I'm gonna take the bolts and put them back in. As soon as I take out or put in new bushings or something, I'm not gonna be taking them all at once. I'm pretty happy about it. I just gotta put everything back on. The gas fuel neck, put back the selector rods for the gears and the 4x4, and some few other little things, and she's back on the road. Oh man, this thing looks so much better with other body spacers. Like, look at that. Ooh, almost fell. Oh yeah, big difference. Big difference. It looks so good now. 3-inch body lift I think is a bit too much. I think the most I would ever do is probably like 1.5, 1 if they even have available. But this looks so much better now, guys. I'm so happy with it. Now I'm gonna enjoy it more. Another thing I have to kind of relocate was the radiator, because it had like this like spacers, I think they are, right here, where you can move the radiator up or down. Because this was a 3-inch body lift, the radiator was way down there, like 3 inches down. So I had to put it back on stock where they mount is right there. So make sure you disconnect your radiator if you're doing any of this stuff. Make sure it's loose. You don't have to take it off. I didn't take off the whole radiator. Just make it loose, okay? Take out your cover for the fan. I kind of broke mine, but it was already broken, so not a big deal. I'm gonna buy a new one. I'm gonna buy a new radiator too. So the bolts are right here. There's 4 of them in total, and this is the spacer that you need if you're gonna be doing a body lift, because you gotta relocate the radiator. So I'm sure you can probably make them at home or something, but this one came with it, so I'm not gonna be needing them anymore. Now focus. So you can see down there the steering column. I have to connect it back on. It's a little hard, but I mean, and I already sprayed a lot of WD-40, so that's probably going to be the hardest part of this, putting back this steering column. So wish me good luck, guys. Welcome back, guys. All right, so I'm finally done with the 4Runner. I succeeded to take out all the body lift. It was a nightmare, I'll tell you that, because I messed up. I should have done it differently. I knew what to do, but I don't know why I didn't do it. I feel like maybe not rushed it, but I want to do it everything in one day. That's my issue. I want to finish everything in one day, but unfortunately that's not how things work sometimes. So I was frustrated, I was tired, it was a nightmare. But I took some time off. I took a few hours off, you know. I showered, cool off for a couple of hours, and thought about what I was going to do to put back the body lift, well, put back the body where the bolts will go in, because it was yeah, it was a bit worrying actually. But now it's fine. Sometimes you just need to like step away from things, so you know you can come back and like think better. Because man, I went home, like I went inside my house probably like close to 12, and I started in the morning probably like 10. So I was there all day in the cold. It was at first it was fun because I was excited I'm gonna get it off, but when this happened, everything just twisted. But now the truck looks amazing. It looks like how I want it to look. Like I said, I'm not a fan of body lift. I'm okay with suspension lift, that's fine, but body lift with those spacers, I don't know, I'm not a fan of it. But I'm going to be showing you guys how I mounted the body lift underneath the bolts, because the bolts were too long and I didn't have the OEM bolts, so I was kind of stuck. You know, I can't wait for the bolt. I can't even find these bolts in the first place. I will probably have to go somewhere and get them made, or I don't know, because I can't even find body mounts for this truck. So let me show you what I did, and let me show you how the truck looks now. Are you guys ready for this? Because I'm excited to show you guys how it looks, because I'm in love again. Let's go. This is freaking awesome. You guys ready? Voila! Check that out, guys. Look at this. There's no more gap between the bumper and the grill. As you guys saw on my previous video, it did not look good. Okay, it looked weird. It drove weird. It was just not a good time. Okay, but now there's not that much gap. As you can see there, it looks good. I know there's no rear bumper. I took it off because I think the one that was on before was not going to fit when I lower it down, so I got rid of it. Not only that, I am going to buy a rear bumper for it. It's pretty expensive, but hey, I need it. But I do need to do some work around this area. On the other side, this area probably gonna fix it before I buy the bumper. As you can see there, the mounts, let me trying to get it focused. See this here? So that's the body lift kit. This part was on top of the body, and it was between the body and the frame. So what I did is I kind of like twisted it, so now the body lift is like here, but it's not lifting anything. It's just filling the gap because the bolts were too long. So I just kind of like reversed it, and it worked pretty well. I love this thing so much, guys. Like, I don't know, man. I love the blue. It looks so good. I am so happy that I bought this truck. Slowly I'm getting it to look better. So I'm loving it. Now my next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing the pre-92 headlight and grille conversion, because I don't like how this one looks. I don't know, I'm not a fan of it. Like, it doesn't look bad, but I like the pre-92, like the 90s, 91, and this is a 92. So 92 to 95, the headlight change. So I'm not a big fan of it. Like, it doesn't look bad, but I don't like it. So I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna be getting some new tires for the summer. These tires are okay. I mean, they work well. Hey guys, this thing looks amazing, man. Like, I know I gotta see there's a small hole right there, but not a big deal. But this thing is looking wicked, man. I'm so happy that this thing is looking good. See, like, look at the rear bumper. There's no bumper, but you know what, it looks kind of cool, but it looks better with the bumper, the actually OEM bumper. So I'm gonna need to buy that eventually, but for now I'm just gonna be doing the services and stuff. But yeah, oh, this is falling off. Well, I'm gonna be taking this off because a lot of moisture gets trapped in here and salt, and this is why fenders rust. Same thing with the back. This one's already kind of fallen, so I need to take that off. Well guys, that's it for me today. Thank you guys for watching. There's more content coming with this 4Runner. You know, views are going up actually with this thing, so I appreciate that, guys. I'm going to be doing some other things on it. Right now I'm just doing like the most important thing, like fluid changes. The brakes are okay. Just the maintenance, really. Stay tuned for more, because there's more content coming every week. I'm going to be posting 1 or 2 a week, so stay tuned for that. And everybody stay safe. Right now the world's a little crazy. Show some love to the people around you, and just love everyone. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time. Peace.